Welcome to this video on Introduction to Flow Control Activities. Flow control activities in BIZUIT Designer are essential tools that structure and guide the execution of automated processes. They allow you to define the workflow logic, facilitating decisions, organizing tasks in sequence or parallel, and managing loops, interruptions, and communications across different parts of the process. What are flow control activities? Flow control activities are predefined components that act as logical bridges within a process. They don't carry out specific tasks like sending emails, invoking services, or assigning responsibilities. Instead, they define how and when these actions take place, based on conditions, business rules, or external events. These activities are visual and intuitive, allowing the modeling of complex workflows without writing code. Thanks to their modular design, they help create clear, flexible, and easy-to-maintain flows, integrating various business actions smoothly. Why are they important? Flow control activities ensure that processes are flexible, adapting to changing business rules or conditions; logical, by being structured and easy to follow; and efficient, by minimizing redundancies and improving synchronization and reuse. Technically, they work like control structures in traditional programming, such as if-else, for, or do-while, making them easy to grasp for experienced users. At the same time, their visual nature makes them accessible to users without a programming background. What are flow control activities used for? Their main purpose is to help design automated, organized, and business-aligned workflows. They make it easier to break down complex processes into logical and manageable steps, grouping related tasks and branching logic for better clarity. In decision-making scenarios, they define rules that determine which path the process should follow, ensuring only the correct branches are triggered based on the defined criteria. They also support controlled iterations in parallel coordination, which prevents conflicts and improves performance. For time and event management, flow control activities allow you to monitor deadlines, react to timeouts, and enable communication between different parts of the process using messaging. Finally, completion activities allow you to terminate a flow early when a critical condition is met, preventing unnecessary steps and improving the overall efficiency and reliability of the automation. Flow control activities in BIZUIT Designer. In BIZUIT Designer, flow control activities offer a broad set of functionalities that help define the logic and structure of your process. The branching activity evaluates a condition and routes the flow based on a true or false result. It works just like an if-else in programming. A common use case is checking if an order exceeds a certain amount to decide whether it needs approval. The iteration activity executes a set of actions for each element in a collection. For example, sending personalized messages to multiple customers similar to a for or for each loop. The repetition activity repeats a group of tasks while a condition remains true, like trying to connect to a server until it responds. This mimics the logic of a do-while loop. The completion activity is used to intentionally end a process flow. Instead of building multiple branches, this activity lets you explicitly close the instance when further execution is not needed, keeping the flow simple and focused on business goals. The sequence activity organizes tasks into a logical block, ensuring they are executed in a strict and controlled order. Although workflow activities are processed sequentially by default, this activity includes a unique feature. It allows defining a partial error handler that applies exclusively to the activities within the sequence. This localized error handler enables the capturing and management of exceptions without affecting the rest of the process flow. If the error is correctly handled within the sequence, the process will continue according to its logic. This contrasts with process-level error handling, where capturing an exception halts the entire flow and prevents the main logic from continuing. The sequence activity is particularly useful in scenarios where more granular and isolated error handling is required. For example, when validating data, calculating taxes, or saving information, you can catch specific errors within the sequence, such as missing data or calculation issues, without stopping the overall process. This provides greater flexibility and control in complex flows. The delay activity in BIZUIT Designer is ideal for managing situations like planned waiting periods or service recovery times. For instance, if a critical service is unavailable, this activity persists the instance state in the database, pausing the flow in a controlled manner. Once the configured time has elapsed, let's say 5 minutes, the instance automatically resumes, retrying the service connection. This ensures that system resources are not consumed during the pause and that the process resumes seamlessly without manual intervention, providing a robust and efficient way to handle temporary interruptions. The expiration control activity allows defining a time limit to complete a task or a group of tasks. If that time is exceeded, it triggers a predefined secondary flow that handles the expiration. This could include, for example, reassigning the task, notifying a supervisor, or logging the incident in a tracking system. This activity is essential for managing time effectively and ensuring a clear response to potential delays. On the other hand, the parallelism activity allows assigning tasks to different users or teams so they can be executed simultaneously, without requiring a sequential order. This activity is key in scenarios where multiple independent tasks must be completed before proceeding in the process. For instance, a document might need to be reviewed by multiple departments in parallel. Once all assigned tasks are completed, the process flow continues. This behavior is similar to a traffic light system, where the process waits until all tasks are completed before moving forward. Finally, messaging activities are essential for enabling communication between different parts of a process flow. The send message activity allows you to notify other processes or modules, while the receive message activity pauses the instance and stores its state in the database, waiting for a message from another process to resume execution. This ensures that no system resources are consumed during the wait, and the flow is automatically reactivated once the expected message is received. These activities are fundamental to ensure smooth and synchronized interactions between components in distributed processes, ensuring that workflows respond dynamically to internal or external events. Together, these activities make BIZUIT Designer a robust and versatile tool, capable of modeling complex business processes with clear logic, adaptability, and a visual approach that simplifies both design and maintenance. The control flow activities in BIZUIT Designer are key tools for modeling business processes that are efficient, flexible, and resilient. Thanks to their modular design and resemblance to traditional programming structures, they are accessible to both technical and non-technical users. These activities enable automation of tasks and optimization of operations, delivering a powerful and adaptable response to evolving business needs.